I'm Heidi Delatierra. I'm a yoga teacher and a laughter yoga teacher. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Camino hacia la Luz. Many of my friends and community that are English speakers have been asking me to make a YouTube class in English, especially during this quarantine time to pass the time. And this really is the perfect time to connect with our body, mind, and spirit, to practice living in the present moment day by day, to take deep breaths, to find our center, to find our balance. All of these things are very good, of course, during this time. This is going to be an all levels Vinyasa Yoga class. It's just a little bit different than what you would expect if you came to one of my community yoga classes. Different because in my community yoga classes, I have very fun and inspiring music playlists that help guide the rhythm and the duration of the class, which for YouTube, I don't have any kind of rights to upload those songs. So imagine there's amazing, inspiring music. And then also just the difference of practicing yoga in community. When you start going to yoga a couple times a week, you start seeing the same people. And very quickly, you can be like, good morning, good afternoon, and just developing friendships with people outside of our immediate circle is really wonderful. So I want to give a big shout out to all of my friends back home. I miss you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Send me a message. And also, of course, a big shout out to my yoga community here, as well as the global community of people that I've met internationally, and people from my YouTube channel that I have not met yet. um, Greetings to everybody. With that being said, let's start in a comfortable seated position. A meditation seat. Some people like to sit on a block if you have one, or a pillow. Make your hips comfortable, and then grow the spine nice and tall. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back a couple of times. Begin to deepen your breaths, taking long, deep inhales and exhales. We'll rest the shoulders down and back, far away from the ears, and then palms face down on the knees. Pull the belly button in to support to the spine, tall. And then take a couple long, deep breaths. Feel free to close your eyes, bringing your awareness inwards. Just checking in for a moment, noticing how you feel. And notice how you feel without judgment. Just observing. Good. With a tall spine, we'll open up the eyes. And then inhale. Bring the chin up to the sky. Lengthen the neck. Don't let the head collapse all the way back. And then exhale. Coming back down, chin to the chest. Feel the stretch. Inhale as you look up, lengthen, and then exhale back down. Good. A couple of rounds with your breath, warming up the neck, feeling each vertebra. Activate your abdomen. One more time. Inhale as you go up, and then exhale. The chin comes down to the chest. Inhale, a half circle, bring the chin to the right shoulder, stretch. Then exhale back down to the center and to the other side. Taking some gentle movements with the head side to side. Good. Let go of any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Two more deep breaths. back to the center. Very good. So, yoga is a celebration and exploration of our bodies. We're going to move our bodies, coordinating our movements with the breath, taking long and deep inhales and exhales, mostly through the nose, with the intention of sending a ton of oxygen to our whole bodies, and especially to the brain. The word yoga in Sanskrit means union, and the goal of yoga is to unite our body, mind, and spirit. And there's many times in our societies that we force our body to do something that the spirit doesn't really want to do. And that can generate anxiety, depression, or it can even manifest into physical illnesses. So the goal of yoga is just to unite our body, mind, and spirit. And with that in mind, me as the teacher, I'm going to give options for postures, sequences, and movements that we can do. But feel free to always listen to your intuition, your interior guru, who really knows what's right for you and what's not right for you. If I give any options that don't feel good in your body, then simply don't do it. Honoring your body, honoring the processes, starting off gentle, moving slow, controlled movements, and working with practice, with time towards anything, that feels further for your body. So honor your body in the yoga practice that you have today. It doesn't need to be, headstands or splits. Like, just one day at a time without forcing. Enjoying the practice without judgment. And so also, with that being said, there's no competition or comparison in yoga. Even though we practice it in a group setting, it's a very individual journey. Kind of like a metaphor for life. We're in a group setting, but it's an individual journey. And so each person just does the things that feel right for them. There's no comparison, no competition. Just doing the practice that you need today. Some days we need to move and get rid of some excess energy. Some days we need a little bit more restorative and grounding practice. And so that changes day to day, and I hope to upload some more videos that can be a little bit more focused towards distinct types of practice in yoga. Very good. Bring the hands to the sides, touching the mat, sitting up nice and tall, making a super tall triangle. Belly button pulls in to support the spine. Inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky, really expand your wings. Touch the palms up above you together, looking up, and then exhale, back down to the ground. Good, we'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, expand, opening up, touch the palms, and then exhale, back down. 1 more time. Inhale up, and then exhale, coming down. Very good. Inhale, we'll stretch the arms up towards the sky, touch the palms, and then this time, do a spinal twist towards one side, bringing your hand to the knee. Opposite arm goes back for support. Lengthen the top of the head up to the sky, and then twist back, looking back behind you. We'll get 5 deep breaths. Activate the belly. Inhale, come back to center. Look up and then reach up, touch the palms, and then exhale to the other side. Lengthen the spine tall, and then gently look back behind you. Take some deep, long breaths. Inhale, we'll come back to the center, look up and then reach up, and then bring the palms together in front of the heart. Very good. Inhale, we'll stretch up towards the sky, lengthen the arms, touch the palms, and then pulling the belly button in, bring your hand down, stretch over to the side, and open up the heart. Belly button pulls in, take some circles with the wrist, deep, long breaths through the nose. Switch direction of the wrist circles. Get 3 more deep breaths. Activate the belly. Inhale, come back to the center. Look up, reach up, stretch, and then exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale. We'll open up the heart to the sky, and then take some deep breaths. Circles with the wrists. Switch direction of the wrist circles for 3 more breaths. Inhale, we'll come back to the center, activating the belly, and then flow side to side, moving in the lateral plane. Good. Really stretch, deep breaths, and create space between the ribs. Continuing flowing side to side, connecting with the element of water in our bodies that flows. Two more deep breaths. And then inhale, come back to the center. Stretch the arms up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers and press the palms upwards. Make some space with your shoulders, some intuitive movements that feel good. Good, and then press the palms up to the sky again. A little bit of space for the ears, not exactly all the way up, Relaxing the shoulders down without generating tension. Inhale, we'll be tall here, and then exhale, gently twist to the side. Belly button is in, get 2 breaths. Inhale, come back to the center, and then exhale, opposite side, tall spine, lengthening the arms but relaxing the shoulders. Breathe. And then inhaling, coming back to center. Good. Adjust again. Press the palms up to the sky. Relax your shoulders. Activate the belly, and then inhale. We'll stretch laterally this time over to the side. Get 3 breaths. Activate your core to support the spine. Inhale, coming back to the center, and then to the other side. 3 deep breaths. And then inhale, come back to the center again. Good. Stretch the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, we're going to come forward. Hold the belly button and roll the spine back, curving the back. Inhale, coming forward, press the palms up, and then begin to curve. Continue flowing with your breath. Inhale as you go up and forwards, and exhale as you curve back. Good. I'm going to give you a side view. Inhale as you go up. Shoulders a little bit back, and then exhale. Good. Couple more breaths. Two more times. Inhale, we'll stretch all the way up to the sky, and then gently let go of your fingers. Good. Slowly bring the hands down to the side. Inhale, we'll stretch the arms up one more time. Lengthen up tall, look up, reach up, touch the palms. And then exhaling, we're going to stretch the hands forward. Make them about shoulder width distance apart, creating space behind your back. And then lower down. 5 deep breaths. Only go as far as feels good for you. Feel your hips, feel the lower back. 2 more breaths. And then activate the belly. Walk the hands back to lift up the torso. Lift up the arms and then bring the hands down onto the knees. Very good. Bring the soles of the feet onto the ground comfortably. Hands back for support. And let's windshield wiper the knees side to side. Lifting a little bit, one hip up and then the other. At first, sitting in legs crossed, a meditation seat can be uncomfortable if our bodies aren't used to it. But of course, with practice, it gets more comfortable. And it's all about activating the core so that our muscles are supporting the spine. Otherwise, sure, it's totally uncomfortable. Let's come back into a comfortable meditation seat, but this time switch the cross of the legs so that the opposite leg is in front or on top, so that it feels different than what we did before. Make your hips comfortable. Grow the spine nice and tall, the top of the head to the sky. Relax the shoulders back. Very good. Bring the hands to the side, touching the fingertips to the earth, the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, stretch the arms up, palms together, and then exhale, bring the palms together down in front of the heart. Very good. 2 more times. Inhale, expand. Exhale to the center. 1 more time. Very good. With hands at the heart center, roll the shoulders back. Touch your thumbs to your sternum. Belly pulls in, sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable, and we're going to find an intention for today's practice. Think of something that you'd like to welcome into your life or manifest in your life, like peace, love, abundance, health, prosperity. Take a deep breath towards your intention. Very good. We'll open up our eyes. Inhale, stretch the arms up towards the sky, lengthening up. And then exhale, bring the hands down onto the knees. Make the spine nice and tall, hips are comfortable, belly pulls in. Inhale here, and then exhale. We're going to begin to draw circles with our torso. Exhale, going down. Inhale as you rise up. Very good. Exhale, and then inhale. Keep flowing, and we're kind of moving one shoulder to the opposite knee and then switching. Find your full range of motion. Even let the head and the neck kind of move. Good. We're awakening our body, doing a good warm-up. Always protecting our bodies. Deep breaths. One more time. And then inhale, coming to the center. Take one breath there. Find your center. Find your stillness. Inhale again. And then switch directions. Exhale as you go down. The belly stays active the whole time, supporting the lower back. Always connecting with our core in the center. Good. Explore. Enjoy the movements. We're giving a massage to our spine, each vertebra, awakening our nervous system that sends messages from the whole body to the brain. And we're also giving our internal organs a nice massage. 2 more deep breaths. And then the last one, and we'll come to the center. Good. Continue breathing deeply. Inhale, we'll stretch the arms up. And then palms together in front of the heart. Very good. We'll bring the hands back down onto the knees one more time. Inhale, lengthening tall. And then exhale, bring the opposite shoulder down towards the knee. Pull the belly button in. Look over your other shoulder back behind you. 5 deep breaths. A gentle twist. 4 more huge inhales and exhales. We do complete inhales, filling all the way up, and complete exhales, emptying to the last drop of air. Get rid of all the carbon dioxide that no longer serves you. Inhale, we'll come back to the center. Very good. Sit tall and then switch sides. Exhale, opposite shoulder to the knee. Look back over your shoulder. Pull the belly button in. 5 breaths in this gentle twist. And then inhale, coming back to the center. Very good. We have options here, as always in life. And the options are, you could inhale, stretching the arms up, and then walk the hands forward as we did before, getting 5 breaths with the hands about shoulder width distance apart, as we did before. Or, option 2, interlace the fingers at the lower back. Open the heart, give yourself a stretch, open the shoulders. And then going down, we'll stretch forward. Good. Deep breaths. Either version that you've decided is perfect. And then inhale, coming back up. And so just like that, I'm going to give a lot of options. And trust your intuition to know what's right for you. The intuition as well is something that we can work with like a muscle. And the more that we connect with our intuition and we're right, the stronger our intuition gets and the more accurate it is for us. So always honor what feels right for you. Okay. We're going to uncross the legs and then come to tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips. Feet back in line, and then hands really spread wide open like stars, making your base really wide to disperse the weight evenly. Good. Tabletop position. Check that you're not collapsing down, but you're lifting up. It's a strong table. And then tuck the toes under. We'll bring the hips back over the heels for child's pose. Stretch the fingertips forward, lowering the armpits and the forehead down to the ground. Get 5 deep breaths. Very good. And then inhale, we'll come back to tabletop position. Tops of the feet on the ground. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. The gaze is down underneath the nose so that the spine and the neck is up long, all in one line. There. Exhale, curve the spine. Look back towards your belly button. Angry cat. And then inhale, looking forward. Good. Exhale again. Angry cat. Curve the spine. Drop the belly. Look forward. Cow pose. Continue flowing with your breath, moving the spine up and down. And feel free to exaggerate your movements. Let it feel really good. The inhale is what brings us forward. And the exhale to go back. The hands are strong. Root the fingers into the earth. 2 more breaths. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine. Good. Align your tabletop position. Activate the belly. And then we'll bring the right hand down strong underneath your nose. Spread the fingers wide. It's a firm base. And then inhale. Lift your left hand towards the hip, looking up towards the sky. You could stay here, breathing, or lift the arm up towards the sky, looking for a vertical line. Activate your fingertips, look upwards, and then we'll get 4 more deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Really try to expand your lungs even though it's constricted. activate the belly. Inhale, stretch a little bit more open. And then exhale, bring the hand through, stretching the opposite side. We're going to flow. Inhale as you come up, activate your core. And then exhale, stretch. Good. Continue flowing. 3 more times. Inhale up to the sky, stretch, and then exhale. Bring the shoulder and the ear down to the earth. The hips stay high. Option to look up to the sky if that's okay for your neck. And then walk the fingertips of the right hand up over the head onto the ground. Good. We'll twist for 5 breaths. Each breath helps our muscles kind of soften, loosen into the posture. One more deep breath. Bring the right hand back in front of the face, strong to the ground. Activate the belly and we'll lift up. Lift the left arm to the sky, looking upwards. And then both hands come down to the ground. Align your tabletop position, spreading the fingers wide. And then hips go side to side. Look back at one foot and then the other. Good. And then we'll come back to the center. Left hand strong underneath the nose. Other side. You bring the right hand either to the hip, looking up to the sky, or take the option, do the same thing you did on the other side, always trying to do the same thing on both sides to feel balanced. Stretch up to the sky, really lengthen, looking upwards, deep breaths. Expand the breath. Inhale, stretch, strong belly, and then exhale, we'll lean in, inhale up towards the sky, and then exhale, twist and stretch. Continue with your breath. Inhale as you go up, and then exhaling. Good. Two more times. Inhale, we'll go all the way up towards the sky, stretch, and then as we exhale, bring that ear and the shoulder down to the ground. Option to look up to the sky if that's okay for your neck, and then walk the fingertips of the left hand up over the head onto the earth. 5 deep breaths in this gentle twist. Bring the left hand back in front of the face. Activate the belly to help us lift up. We'll lift the right arm to the sky, looking upwards, and then both hands down to the ground. Very good. Tabletop position. Again, hips side to side. Look back to one foot and then the other. Take 2 deep breaths. Make your hands strong, spreading the fingers wide and rooting the fingers down into the mat, into the ground like roots of a tree. Good. The more activated our hands and our fingers are, the stronger it makes our wrists. We need to support our wrists. Very good. From here, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back. We'll find our first downward facing dog. So look at your hands, fingers spread wide, palms flat down on the ground. Disperse the weight well on the full hand, not just in the wrists. Very good. And then we'll look back towards our feet, which are hip-width distance apart, taking long, deep breaths. You can begin to bend one knee and then the other, stretch one heel down, stretching the calf, and then alternating. Taking intuitive, organic movements that feel good for you. Root the thumb and pointer finger down into the ground, strong. 3 more deep breaths. Okay, very good. We'll bring our heels down close to the ground. Inhale, lift the heels all the way up towards the sky, and then exhale, lower them down again. 2 more times. Inhale, lifting up, stretch your calves. Exhale, down. Once more, inhale up, and then exhale back down. Very good. Activate your belly. Inhale, we're going to roll forward slowly. Find high push-up position, high plank. The gaze is underneath the nose, strong line of energy, 3 breaths. 2 more. Good, and then exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale again, roll forward to high plank pose. Check so you don't collapse down. We're pressing against the earth, and then exhale, down dog. 1 more time, inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward in between your hands. Take slow motion, small steps forward with bent knees. Feeling the stretch with each pace. And then feet hip width distance apart. Point the toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine long. Exhale, hug the legs, folding in, belly pulls in. Inhale again, halfway lift. Lengthen the body, flat back, long spine, and then exhale, hug the legs. Knees are slightly bent, no hyperextension in yoga. Inhale, halfway lift again. Lengthen the spine. And then exhale, folding in. Bring your hands to opposite elbows. Eyes open gives us more stability. Belly pulls in. Root the feet down. The toes grip the earth. An option to sway side to side like an elephant's trunk, like a pendulum. Take 5 deep breaths. And then come back to the center. Let your hands go. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, hug the legs. Fold in. Activate the belly. Inhale, we'll rise all the way up. Open the eyes. Very good. And then hands come together in front of the heart. Awesome. Inhale up towards the sky. Lengthening. Exhale down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Activate the belly the whole time. Exhale, hug the legs. Inhale, all the way up to the sky again. Open up the heart, a little back bend, and then hands down in front of the heart. Very good. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, we'll go down to the ground, strong belly. Inhale, halfway lift. And then plant the hands strong to the ground. Step back to high plank pose. Inhale here. Lower the knees down for the first one. Activate the belly. Elbows stay in close. Chaturanga with the knees without lowering the abdomen down to the earth. Inhale, gentle cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Looking forward, walk to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, and then exhale, hug the legs. Inhale all the way up towards the sky. And then hands together at heart center. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, we'll go down to the ground, strong belly. Inhale, halfway lift. And then plant the hands strong to the ground. Step back to high plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Without dropping the belly down. Strong core. Inhale, opening up the heart. Shoulders roll back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Looking forward, walk or hop towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll lengthen the spine, and then exhale, hug the legs. Activate the belly. Inhale, we'll rise all the way up. Open the heart, and hands together at heart center. Very good. We're going to flow. Inhale up towards the sky. Exhale to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, always through the nose. Exhale, always through the nose. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, open up the heart, upward dog, shoulders back, and then exhale, down dog. Deep breath. Looking forward, walk to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, hug the legs. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Strong belly. Open the heart, and we'll go directly down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Low push-up. Inhale, open up the heart. Upward dog. Shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Looking forward, walk or hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, and then exhale, hug the legs. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Open up the heart. We'll do 2 more rounds. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Plank pose and vinyasa, flowing all the way through. Inhale, looking forward, walk or hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hug the legs. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Open up the heart, and it's the last one, last sun salutation A. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank pose and vinyasa. Downward dog, deep breath. Maybe gently move your head side to side or circles, figure eights. It's a decompression for the spine, for the neck. Take 3 more breaths. The hands are strong, fingers rooted down. Okay, bring your head back to neutral. Inhale, looking forward. Walk, hop, or float to your hands. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, will rise all the way up to the sky. And hands to heart center. Very good. Take 1 deep breath, just observing. Remembering the intention you set for today's practice, the thing that you're manifesting in your life. Very good. From here, open your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And then inhale, stretching up towards the sky. Grab one wrist, lengthen, activating the core. We'll stretch to one side, maybe looking upwards to the sky if that's okay for your neck. 2 more breaths. Inhale, coming to the center. We'll switch. Lengthen, breathe. And then exhaling, coming back to center, lowering the hands down to the sides. Very good. Bring your feet together now at the front of your mat. Toes, heels, and knees together. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Good. Check that there's not a super curve in the back, that we kind of tuck the tailbone under, belly pulls in, shoulders a little bit relaxed. 2 more breaths. Activate your fingertips, looking upwards. And then exhale all the way down to the ground, extending the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Hands on the earth, plank pose. Move through your flow. Vinyasa, Chaturanga, upward dog, and then downward dog. Very good. Inhale, the right leg lifts up towards the sky. 3-legged dog, 2 breaths. Inhale here, and then exhale. Bring the knee to the nose, plank. Inhale up and back, lengthen. 2 more times. Exhale, knee to nose. These are optional, just like everything in life. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to nose. Good. Inhale, open up. Big step forward, we'll rise up in warrior one. The back heel goes down to the ground, front foot and the knee point forward, and then lifting up the torso. Hips point forward, the heart as well. Activate your fingers, shoulders are relaxed, strong core. 2 more breaths. Good. Abdomen strong. Inhale, we'll open up the heart, express yourself, something that feels good. And then with control, bring the hands down to the ground. Step back, plank pose, and vinyasa. You could also do 3-legged plank if you want to turn up the volume. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. 2 deep breaths in 3-legged dog. Hands are strong. Equal weight in both hands and in both shoulders. Inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose in plank. Inhale up and back. And we'll do it 2 more times. There's no rush, so move slow. Lots of activation. Inhale, opening up. And then a big step forward. We'll rise up in warrior one. The back heel comes down to the ground. Activate the belly. And then lift up the heart. 4 deep breaths, strong core, aligning your posture every time, activating the fingers. Relax the shoulders. Activate your core. Inhale, open up the heart, express yourself. And then exhale with control, come down to the ground. Step back, plank pose, and move through vinyasa all the way to downward dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, looking forward. Walk, hop, or float the feet towards the hands. Feet come together. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And then exhale, fold in. Bend the knees, chair pose. Lift the torso up. Strong belly. And then hands together in front of the heart. We'll flow. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank pose and all the way through to downward facing dog. Go down in one line. Good. Inhale, looking forward. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose once. Inhale, up and back. And then a big step forward and we'll find warrior one. Back heel down, activate the belly. Open up the heart. If you wish, give it a little back bend. 3 breaths. And then exhale, hands come down to the earth. Plank pose and vinyasa, the dance all the way through to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky, lengthen everything. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up and back. And then a big step forward. We'll rise up in warrior one. Same thing. Inhale as we lift. Option to open up the heart with a strong belly to support the spine. And then exhale the hands down to the ground. Plank pose and vinyasa. Downward dog. Very good. 3 deep breaths. Maybe gently move the hips side to side, getting a side stretch, the heels a little bit side to side. And then we'll come back to our center. Very good. Looking forward, walk, hop, or float to the hands. Feet come together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hug the legs. Bend the knees, chair pose. Lift the torso up. Lift up the hands. And then hands together in front of the heart. Last time, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Plank pose and chaturanga. Vinyasa. Downward dog. Inhale, the right leg goes up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, touch. Inhale, up and back. And then a big step forward. Rise up in warrior one. We'll stay for a couple breaths. Align your posture. Express yourself. Good. Bring your torso to neutral and then interlace the fingers at the lower back. Very good. Roll your shoulders back behind you, stretching the arms far away. And then we'll open the heart. Imagine someone's pulling your heart up to the sky with a string. Deep breaths. Inhale, come back to neutral. And then we'll find humble warrior, bringing our torso down on the inside of the front leg. The head wants to go in the direction of the ground. Fingers interlace, the palms want to be close together, and then stretch the arms up towards the sky. Deep breaths. Eyes open gives us more stability. Three more huge inhales and exhales. Activate the core. Inhale, will rise up. Separate your fingers. Find warrior one, lifting up. And then we'll open into warrior two. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes back behind us. Activate your arms strong, activating the triceps. And then check that the front knee is over the heel, opening to the side. Sometimes it falls inwards, but we want to open the hip. Good. Align your spine in the center. We're not leaning forwards. We're not leaning backwards. But we're balanced right in the center. Very good. Lengthen and then look over the middle finger of your front hand, your right hand. Stretch the top of the head up towards the sky. 2 more breaths. This is warrior two. Exhale down low. Inhale, we'll extend the leg. Bring the palms together to touch up above. And then exhale again, warrior two. Begin to flow. Inhale as you lift up, touch. Exhale, warrior two. 3 more times. Inhale as you go up. And then exhale, we'll find warrior two. Very good. Flip your right palm to the sky. Stretch forward. And then we'll reverse the warrior. Right hand goes all the way up to the sky. Left hand on the leg for support. Also activating the belly to support the lower back. Roll the shoulder behind you, shining the heart up to the sky. We'll get 5 deep breaths. Activate the belly. Inhale, coming back, warrior two. We'll lengthen the front leg and then we'll prepare for triangle pose. I'm a little bit open, so if you need to bring your feet closer together, feel free. Standing up nice and tall. Lengthen. The hips go back behind you and then stretch forward the right hand. And then we'll bring the hand down to your shin. And then the other arm goes up towards the sky. Or you could go deeper, bringing your hand down towards the ankle, to the floor, wrapping your peace fingers around the big toes. Good. Rotate your shoulders up to the sky. Look up towards your lifted hand. Lengthen and expand your body in every direction possible, and we'll get 5 more deep breaths. Bend the right knee, activate the belly. Inhale, coming back, warrior 2. Lift the palm to the sky, reverse the warrior, open up the heart. And then both hands come down to the ground with control. Plank pose and flow through vinyasa all the way to downward facing dog. Get 3 deep breaths. Inhaling, lift the left leg up towards the sky, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose once. Touch, inhale up and back. Open up everything. And a big step forward, rising up in warrior 1. Back heel goes down. Face your torso. Your knee, everything goes forward. Good. And then lifting up. Shoulders relaxed. Activate. Option to express yourself. Strong abdomen supports the lower back. And then inhale, coming to neutral. We'll interlace the fingers at the lower back. Roll the shoulders behind you and then opening up the heart. Strong core, 5 deep breaths. Imagine someone pulling the heart up to the sky with a thread. Inhale, bring the torso back to neutral, and then humble warrior. We'll come down on the inside of the left leg. The top of the head wants to get close to the earth, and then palms want to be close together. We'll stretch the arms up towards the sky. Get long, deep breaths. Humble warrior. Two more complete breaths. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Activate the belly. Inhale, we'll rise up. Separate the fingers, warrior 1. And then exhale, we'll open into our warrior 2. Good. The core is strong. Spine is in the center, growing the head up tall towards the sky. The front knee is over the heel, and I'm lengthening, looking over the left middle finger now. Good. 4 deep breaths. Feel your warrior 2. Exhale, down low. And then inhale, extend the legs, stretch the palms, touching. Exhale again, warrior 2. Inhale, extend, unite up above. And then exhale, warrior 2. 3 more times. Good. Exhale, find warrior 2. Flip the palm up to the sky. We'll incline forward and then reverse the warrior. Exalted warrior. The back hand is on the leg. Open up the heart. Shoulders open. Let yourself shine for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, come back to warrior 2, and then we'll go to triangle pose. Extend both legs. If your feet are really far open, adjust your feet a little bit. Lengthen the hips back while we extend the arms forward, lengthening. And then hand either to your shin, and then lifting up the other arm, looking for a vertical line. Or you can go deeper if you did on the other side. Good. Activate the belly. Allow yourself to take up space every bit that you can. Lengthening forward and backwards, up and down. Deep breath. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Good. Bend the knee, activate the belly. Inhale, warrior two to lift up. Reverse the warrior, opening up the heart. And then both hands down to the ground. Plank pose and vinyasa. Down dog. Get 3 deep breaths. Good. We'll look forward and then walk your feet forward towards the hands. Knees can be bent as much as you need. No worries. Feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll lengthen the spine. And then exhaling, bending the knees. Grab your peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, and then exhale, folding in. Separate your elbows to hug the torso closer to your legs. Press the hips up to the sky from your feet, rooting in. Deep, long breaths. The crown of the head wants to lower towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And then turn to the side to get the side view. And then exhale, belly in, lower down again. Same. Root the toes into the ground. Get 3 breaths. Pada Anustasana. And then inhale, halfway lift. Separate your fingers from the toes. Bring the hands to the hips, activating the belly, and we'll bring this flat back up to standing. Very good. Shake it out a little bit. Anything that feels good. Letting go of excess energy. Very good. From here, we're going to do some standing balancing poses. You could have a chair or a banister nearby if you prefer to help with balance. Root your feet into the ground, just like in a building, the construction. The foundation is the most important to have a strong, tall balance. Okay, shoulders relaxed back, hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the right leg up, and we'll bring the hands onto the knees. Very good. Take some circles with your ankle. Switch direction of the circles. And balance is a practice. It's very good for our bodies. It's something that we definitely want to have with our vitality as we become older and older, hopefully. Okay, opposite hand is on the knee, so my left hand is on my right knee. Right hand stretches forward. You could stay here if this is already a lot, or you can bring the hand back behind you, activating the belly, growing tall. And the last is trying to look back towards your thumb. Deep, long breaths. Gently, we'll come all the way back to center. A lot of control. Hug the knee into the chest. And then we'll lower the foot down. Separate the feet wide, a little bit more than the mat with distance apart. And then we'll bring our hips side to side. Movements that feel good. And then we'll prepare the other side. Good. So feet hip width distance apart, standing tall. Our foundation is strong. Hands on the hips, activate the belly, and then we'll lift up the opposite knee, the left knee. Good, hands onto the knee. And then take some circles with the ankle. Here, stand really tall, shoulders away from the ears, deep breaths. We focus the eyes, our drishti on something that doesn't move. Continuing breathing, we'll switch direction of the ankle circles. Good. And then hand on the opposite knee. Left arm goes forward. You could stay there or begin to play with your balance by bringing the arm back behind you. Maybe eventually looking back towards your hand. Get long, deep breaths. Bring the hand back, hug the knee, and then exhaling, coming down. Spread the feet apart wide again. This time we're going to do circles like a hula hoop with the hips. Deep breaths. And then we'll switch direction of our circles. Very good. Feet about hip width distance apart. Inhale, stretch up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Bakasana play. Spread your fingers wide like always so that the weight is dispersed well on all of the fingers and the hands. Lift up your heels, and then we'll try to touch our knees to our triceps. Bend the elbows back so that you're making a little shelf for the knees to be on. You could stay here. The gaze goes underneath the nose so that the head doesn't hang heavy. Very good. If you wish, you could play with lifting up one foot, just feeling the weight on your hands. Activate your belly, pulling the belly button in and up. Hug the knees towards each other in the center. Lifting the opposite leg. This is how we learn crow pose. These are the beginning steps. And then eventually lifting up both the feet. You can try to get the heels closer towards the glutes. And then deep breaths, Bakasana, crow. Good. It's fun just to play. Bring your feet down to the ground and then tops of the hands or backs of the hands onto the earth. And take some movements that feel good for your wrists. Very good. From here, gently bring the glutes down to the ground, extending the legs forward for some seated stretches. Activate the toes in front. Try to sit as tall as you can. Just notice if your natural tendency is seated like this. This will hurt our back, especially over time. So we want to activate the muscles and strengthen our core muscles to be able to sit nice and tall, supporting our vertebrae vertically. Good. With the toes activated towards you. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky, looking upwards. And then exhaling, fold from the hips, going forward. It doesn't matter how far you go. Just breathe into whatever stretch you feel. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine a little bit more. And then exhale, lower to where it feels good for you. We're going to stay for 5 deep breaths. 2 more deep breaths. Letting yourself soften in, letting go of any resistance that's not necessary. And then activate the belly, walk the hands back. We'll lift the arms up, and then bring the hands all the way back behind you onto the ground. Point your fingers towards your heels, soles of the feet on the ground about hip width distance apart, and we'll lift up into reverse tabletop position. Try to have your hips and your hearts in the same line as your knees and shoulders, lifting the hips to the sky without collapsing the head back. Protect your neck, keeping it in the same line, all of your vertebrae. 2 more breaths. Shine your heart. And then exhale, bring the hips back down to the ground. Very good. Jani Shirshasana. Extend the right leg forward, left heel comes in. Activate the belly, lifting up. And then exhale, fold forward, lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift again, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold in. We'll stay for about 7 deep breaths. Two more long breaths. Activate the belly. We'll walk the hands back to lift up the torso, lift up your arms. And then the same hand as the bent knee will go back for support. Point the fingers backwards this time. We'll lift up onto the knee for supported back bend. Make a rainbow shape out of your body, really opening, creating lots of space. Two more breaths. And then activate, gently bring the hips down to the ground. We'll switch legs, opposite heel comes in towards the center, leg goes forward. Hips are comfortable to grow the spine up tall. Activate the feet in front. Inhale, lift up the arms to the sky, shoulders relaxed back, space behind the heart, and then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll lengthen the spine, activate. And then exhale, folding in. We'll stay for about 7 breaths. Gently activate the belly, walk the hands back to lift up the torso, lift up the arms, and then hands come down. Very good. Now we'll do Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come together in the center. Your feet can be as close to you or as far away from you as feels comfortable for you. Make the hips comfortable to grow the spine tall. Again, checking that you're not rolling back, but sitting up tall on your sits bones. Hands can either grab your ankles or your toes, wherever they arrive. Inhale, sitting tall, incline back a little bit, creating space for your collarbones. Inhale with all of this length. Exhale, we'll bring it forward, lengthening further, maybe even going further than your feet instead of curving in, lengthening forward. Maybe the elbows gently help the knees get closer to the ground, but be kind to your body. Good. 5 deep breaths. Inhale, we'll lift up the torso, hands onto the knees, and then bring the knees together in the center and give yourself a hug, wrapping the arms around the knees. Rest your chin on the knees for a couple breaths. Very good. And then we'll bring the hips towards the center of our mat to make sure that there's space behind us to lay down. Hands onto the knees, activate the belly, and gently bring your back comfortably onto the earth. Good. Activate your toes, and then we'll take some circles with our hands on the knees, or maybe figure eights. Very good. We're going to do an inversion, and as always, there's options. So the first option is happy baby pose. The legs go up towards the sky, hands come either to your ankles or all the way to the feet, opening up the knees to the outside of your torso towards the armpits. You can rock side to side, you could bend one knee and then the other, alternating, taking movements that feel good. Long, deep breaths in happy baby. So this is the first option. The legs are above the heart, so we receive the benefits of being inverted. You could stay here, exploring, enjoying during this whole time. Later, we'll all come back to happy baby. If you'd like to do shoulder stand, we can also do that. Anytime that we have weight on our neck or our shoulders, it's very important not to turn the head side to side. Only look upwards or close the eyes and bring your attention inwards. But protecting the neck, don't turn the head side to side if you do shoulder stand. Or it also applies in bridge pose. Don't look side to side in bridge. Good. What we're going to do is push the elbows into the ground. The legs go up towards the sky, and then we impulse the legs back behind us. You can accommodate your hands supporting the middle back. This is plow pose, halasana. Deep breath. And then you can play with lifting one leg up to the sky, switching, alternating the other leg. Or maybe lifting both legs up towards the sky. In shoulder stand, the goal is to find a vertical line little by little. Create a little bit of space between the chin and the chest. The gaze is only upwards or inwards, not looking side to side. And it's good to stay for at least 10 deep breaths. If you've got space where you are, you can play with variations with the legs, opening in a wide V, or maybe crossing the legs, finding eagle legs, and then bringing one knee to your forehead and then the other. Take your time, exploring, breathing, getting all the benefits of being inverted. You could also make a temple by bringing the soles of the feet together, opening up the knees to the sides. Very good. As you're ready to come down, go into plow pose first. The legs go back behind the head. Maybe the feet arrive to the ground, maybe they don't. If the feet don't touch the ground, keep your hands supporting your back. If your feet do come down to the ground, maybe it feels good to stretch the arms forward, grabbing your toes. Get long, deep breaths in plow pose. And then activating your belly, we'll gently make our way down one vertebra at a time. Lots of control. And we'll catch up with everyone else in happy baby pose. Good. Maybe take some movements, some stretches. And we do final spinal twists. We're getting close to the end of the practice. Hug your knees into the chest. Maybe lift your nose up to your knee. Give yourself a squeeze, a little ball, and then rest the head comfortably down on the ground. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Open up the arms in a big T, and then we'll gently bring both knees down to the ground to one side. You could also put a pillow in between your knees if that feels more comfortable. If you'd like to go deeper, you could cross the one leg over the other. Good. And then finding your spinal twist. Eventually, both shoulder blades want to be connected with the ground. And we'll look opposite the knees towards the other hand before closing our eyes. Let yourself melt down to the ground, beginning to abandon effort and energy. Four more deep breaths. Inhale, we'll gently come back to the center. And then hug your knees into the chest or something that feels good for you in the center. Good. And then we'll prepare the same twist on the other side. So, whether you brought your knees into the chest and then gently lowered them down together, whether you have a pillow between your knees, or if you ended up crossing your knees to go deeper, do the same thing you did on the other side. Take your time to make your body comfortable in the posture. Both shoulder blades want to be touching the ground and then looking opposite the knees before closing the eyes. Let gravity help you stretch. It's gently pulling us down. Four more long, deep breaths. Inhale. Gently come back to the center. And then give your legs a hug. Do anything that feels good for you in the center. We'll find happy baby one more time. Good. Feel free to stretch a little bit. Any movements that feel right for you. As well, if there's any other postures that your body's asking you for before finding final resting Shavasana, now's the perfect moment to pause the video. You could play with headstand, maybe using a wall near you, always being safe and comfortable, honoring your practice. Um, you could do wheel and bridge, some more back bends. You could do the splits, Hanumanasana, anything. Or if you're ready, we'll begin moving into our final Shavasana resting pose. Be sure not to skip Shavasana. It's very important. Just as it's important to be able to activate our bodies, activate our minds when it's time to work, it's equally as important to be able to turn off the body and turn off the mind when it's time to rest. So Shavasana, corpse pose, is practicing the rest. After moving our body in so many diagonals and sequences and stretches and twists, to give ourselves like 5 to 10 minutes to rest is like pure medicine for the nervous system. This is where all the synovial fluid activates in our joints. And the majority of our healing happens inside of each of ourselves when we're at rest. In our societies, there's too much focus on doing, going. And right now we're being forced to rest. So allow yourself to settle in. Wiggle if you have any excess energy in your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then let yourself do nothing for 5 minutes. Soften the jaw. Let the face be relaxed. first, without moving, just bring your awareness back into your physical body, coming back into the present moment, right here, right now. Mentally scan your body and notice any changes that you've created in your body, mind, and spirit thanks to the yoga practice. Begin to take some deeper and deeper breaths. With the next deep inhale and exhale, we'll begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, coming back with some simple movement into our bodies. And then take some circles with the wrists and ankles, maybe figure eights. Maybe opening the eyes. Waking up again very gently. Very good. Rest your hands on your torso, one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart, and then slowly bring your chin shoulder to shoulder, side to side a couple of times, giving a massage for the cranium, for the neck. One more time. And then back to the center with the head. Bring your feet together in the center. Stretch them forwards away from you. Interlace your fingers and press the palms up towards the sky. Get a nice stretch. And then stretch the arms back behind you. Full body stretch as if you're just waking up first thing in the morning. Maybe even take a yawn. And then exhaling, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Bring your nose up to the knees, giving yourself a squeeze. Really hug yourself hard. Lots of love. And then lower the head comfortably down. We'll roll onto the right side using the right arm as a pillow. And take a couple of breaths here. A couple of breaths for gratitude. Being grateful for each new day, every breath. Grateful for every experience, every opportunity. Be grateful for your healthy body and everything that we can do, everything we can experience through our senses. Be grateful for this human life we're living, all the memories we can make, all the friendships and dynamics we can explore. And be grateful for your yoga practice. It's perfect exactly how it's meant to be for you and your personal journey, whether it's your first time or your 100,000th time. Be grateful for your practice. Be grateful for yourself for giving yourself the time and the space to do some self-care. Very important, especially during this quarantine time. And then use our hands and come up to a comfortable seated position. Good. You could sit with the legs crossed, tall spine, similar to how we began the class. If you know half lotus and if that's in your practice, feel free to bring one foot onto the other lap. And only if it's in your practice and if it feels right for your body, option to do full lotus. Very good. Hands resting on the knees, sit the spine nice and tall. Take about 5 deep breaths. Just observing. A very short meditation. We'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Put your thumbs to the sternum. Feel the authentic energy with your palms touching in the center, the energy that passes between the right hand and the left hand. This authentic connection with yourself. Take a deep breath and remember the intention you set for today's practice. The thing that you're already manifesting in your life, because wherever we put our attention, that's what grows, that's what reality manifests. Whether it's conscious or subconscious, and that's the secret. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye or forehead. The light, the positivity, and the teacher in me honors the same light, same teacher, and same positivity in all of you. It's the true meaning of Namaste. Thank you guys all so much for sharing your practice. Hope you enjoyed. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, it's been wonderful to finally get to share my yoga practice with my English-speaking friends and community. Sorry to have left you out with all the Spanish videos. And, you know, the intention of this YouTube channel and the intention of sharing these videos, especially during this retreat time, is just to share, to feel healthy and happy, not only as individuals but collectively, and also to share consciousness collectively. And so I hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe, share this video, give it a thumbs up, a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the support in that way. Some people have asked me if they can donate for these classes, or would you like to invite me a coffee? If you'd like, here's my PayPal. It's also down in the description. Totally not necessary though. I hope you just enjoyed the class, enjoyed stretching, moving our body, connecting with our breath, connecting with the body, mind, and spirit, and feeling this oneness, this unity inside of our being. So thank you guys all so much. Thanks for being a part of my life. Love you guys.